finalists getting kicked out of Euros in the round of 16 itself on the same day. What we got to witness yesterday was absolutely historic. 14 goals scored, out of which we had own goals. There were penalties missed, those long range screamers. We got to witness extra time in both the matches. We saw a penalty shootout as well. What dramatic comebacks also from underdogs, and just what a day it has been. Probably the most biggest tournament upset, with France also getting kicked out, and it's just what a day. And I feel so bad for all those who did not watch yesterday's games. Like, you have no idea what you're missing out in life. With this day being one of the most important ones in the history of football, the internet was bound to get crazy, and anytime anything like this happens, you're obviously going to get a really good collection of memes. So here it is. Zaha is still in Euro, but Ronaldo is, and he gulped down an entire bottle of Coke. But okay, anyways, Benzema walking to the changing room looking for Mbappe. The number of memes on Mbappe right now, I feel bad for him also to an extent, but also not, because of how overrated he is. I don't know, many of y'all are going to hate me for saying this, but overrated, what I mean is the way everybody, just started comparing him to Messi and Ronaldo, and thinking that they are going to recreate their era, Haaland and Mbappe, like, here. It just does not work that way. You just see where they were at the age of 22 and look at him at the age of 22, and it's just not the same. You cannot possibly be comparing that. Drink Coke and stay in Euros. Just hold on, we are going home. It's hard to do these things alone. This is not funny. It's really not funny. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Not for Mbappe, I don't care about that at all, but like for Ronaldo, oh god. He was obviously someone who did not deserve that. France, you know what? I'm actually happy about France being kicked out of the competition, because the way everybody had overrated their team, I am so happy this happened. Actually, not completely, because I feel super bad for Benzema. Like, he deserved a lot better than this, and what happened yesterday was not something he deserved after, coming back to the French squad after 5 years. I just really feel very bad for him, but at the same time, with how overrated France's squad was and the way they performed in the group stage also, and there were these fools, these blind fans who kept saying that France was still very good in the group stage matches and everything. Like, just because they topped the group stage does not mean they played well. Like, if you watch their games, it was absolutely pathetic football, not what you would expect, not the level what we were expecting from them. And this was just bound to happen sooner or later, like either right now or in the quarterfinals, and I'm just so happy it happened right now. But I also feel like that for Benzema at the same time. Anyways, moving on. Mbappe when he's not playing against farmers. And then shot. People were glorifying Mbappe 3 years ago for his brilliant performance in the World Cup, and the same people are now criticizing and thrashing his image for a penalty miss. That's what you get when you're talented. Okay, to an extent even that is true. Like, just because he missed the penalty does not disregard the fact that he is an absolutely outstanding and super gifted and talented player. He's really great, and all these players do have, their ups and downs, and like, still one French player left in the Euros. Did you know Switzerland only scored 4 goals in the entire group stage? They've scored 3 in 90 minutes versus the world champions. This is what I meant by how overrated the team was, and they were not playing at the level what we expected them to, and even in all the group stage matches. Netherlands news outlet, after the defeat to Czech Republic yesterday, the Netherlands were as bad as Wales, and that is not even a real country. This meme was not about yesterday, but the day before that, where even Netherlands was kicked out. That was also like a really big this thing. I don't want to point fingers, but 77 minutes Croatia, 78, 2-3, 3-3. I don't think this is the first Jordi Alba meme I'm seeing. Like, at least in the past month or something, I've come across quite a few. Morata, after seeing all the memes about him, and I took that personally. Honestly, it's just so sad the way, fans start treating players, and the kind of abuses that are being thrown towards them, and it's just very sad, the state of this, because I mean, they're human also at the end of the day and they don't deserve it. Fine, you can criticize the game or whatever, but going that personal and with the kind of threats and, with the kind of statements that are being, thrown towards them, it's just absolutely sad. And, like, I don't get why people behave that way. Anyways, everyone watching the Croatia versus Spain game yesterday, seriously, I actually, missed half the game first because I got back home a little late, but whatever I watched was absolutely historic. When your partner asks if they can put on Love Island tonight during France versus Switzerland after you witnessed the Croatia versus Spain game. I don't know, this actually meme. I don't think we people relate to it very much, but then anyways, don't mind watching England secure another 1-0 win tomorrow now after seeing plenty of goals in this game. Not that we expect anything much from England anyways. Kylian Mbappe at Euro 2020. Switzerland to France right now. Honestly, I am so happy about Switzerland going to and France getting kicked out. Like, I just cannot explain it. When you realize that England won't be playing France in the Euro 2020 final, provided England reaches the Euro 2020 final again, just as I've said it, they probably might. So it's all out of England versus Germany who's getting knocked out. I think France. When you send a risky text and they come back with the same energy. Just, this fan so accurately encaptures all our emotions during the games. Like, this is how every single fan feels. Like, especially for myself during any Real Madrid or Ronaldo or Portugal game or something like that. It's just Switzerland, after watching Croatia make it 3-3 against Spain late on, okay, my turn, and they took it to another level altogether. Switzerland, when they won the penalty, versus Switzerland 2 minutes later. They anyways qualified. So, what the France defense sees when Shaqiri is on the ball. All of us thought France's midfield, being so overpowered, would be able to contain Switzerland so easily, but they did not let that happen at all. And the underdogs have been absolutely mind-blowing this season. If only Longley had his eyes on the ball instead of his right hand. Look, San France was the subbed on Sissoko. There are not very more memes. I think these were just very selective ones. I don't think they were that funny or anything either. But what a game, what a tournament, what a day, what a summer. His save saved Switzerland and kicked the world champions out, and it's just, we as fans can just go on and on about the last 2 days and especially yesterday. And it's just, now obviously, I think I'll just end it here. I'll not say there's not much left to say because we can absolutely go on and on, but it's going to be never ending. Tonight, England versus Germany and Sweden versus Ukraine. Let's see how that goes, even though at this point it doesn't even matter if it's not even half as good because of everything we got to witness yesterday. But anyways, I think that's about it. I'm absolutely, I was very devastated after Portugal losing because I just didn't feel like watching the tournament anymore. But after yesterday, it's just I probably shouldn't have uttered that statement out of my mouth. Anyways, thank you so much if you're still watching, and I'll probably see you soon after the games tonight. Thank you.